Let's just give you a quick look at the t-shirt there. Now let's flip it around. Give you a look at our posters. That's one side. And that there is the other side. And we're here at the cult of Scientology at our Dublin, Oregon, Ireland. So hopefully we have sound and everything like that is okay. Now there we go, should be better I think. Yeah, so as you can see here, there's nobody about. Absolutely empty. We have a receptionist in there and some other dude who took my picture there a few minutes ago. So he obviously needs pictures for his little scrapbook. Hey Miriam, how are you? We're outside at Empty York here. There's absolutely nobody inside bar the receptionist and another dude in a duffel coat who took my picture for his wee scrapbook. If he had popped on out to me, I would have autographed it for him, no bother at all. It's very quiet. Very quiet indeed. There's only a handful of cars in the car park. We have 4 in the front one there. And in the back one, they have 5 cars and 2 little minivans. Which would sound to me, that would sound about right for their staff. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool if they were playing JoJo's music first? No, I have Joe in my back pocket on my old iPhone playing us some tunes to keep us entertained. Hey Cathy, how are you? We're outside a very quiet Dublin Orc here, which is absolutely brilliant to see. There's ne'er a sinner about, bar the receptionist and some other dude who took my picture for his scrapbook. I'm a bit disappointed he didn't ask me for my autograph, because I would have been more than happy to have autographed it for him. I'll give you a look at my wee sign. Got a little bit battered in my backpack on the way here, but it does the job. And we'll flip it around to the back there. That's the back of it there. So that's my handiwork, my pathetic attempt at doing a bit of arts and crafts. But gets the message across. Let me see. Actually, you can probably see my me being reflected back in their glass. I can certainly see the my yellow top being reflected back in the pink sign. Let me see, can I show you a picture of my t-shirt there? Oops. So there you go, there's my t-shirt. The bike strap there just in the way. Stop Scientology abuses, I think that is loud and clear. Let's flip it back so you don't need to be looking at my ugly mug. There we go. I think it helps with the visibility. Helps get the message across. Oh, there's someone in there talking to the lady receptionist, so she's not alone. That's good she's a pal to talk to. Because it has to be a fierce, lonely and boring job in there when you've nothing to do. I can't see they're getting many reservations in of a Sunday. Looks like she's in a fancy suit as well. On a lovely hot day like this, I wouldn't like to be fully dressed in their hotel butler gear. Yeah, I probably am alright, yeah. I would have signed it for the man if you'd asked me. Oh, thanks very much, Kathy. Oh yes, for sure. You wouldn't know what mischief I'd be getting up to now. So yeah, I'd be more than happy to claim that I'm an Irish fairy. Oh, there's 3 of them there now on the desk. Oh Jesus, things are a go, go, go. 3 of them behind the desk now. Chap there now with a... Oh, he's taking me picture. I'll give him a nice little smile. I'm giving them something to do, so, you know what I mean, they should be thanking me. Maybe there'll be a cup of tea and some biscuits in it for me, as a thanks. Because otherwise it's boring as heck to every Sunday with nobody about. God love them. Hey Jojo. So you can probably tell, Joe, I have your tunes playing in my back pocket here. It's a pity I don't have an amplifier for the Scientologists to hear some of this lovely music. I'm sure they'd find it nice compared to what they have to listen to. It's lovely weather here. It was raining there this morning, which thankfully has stopped now. Sun is out, but there's a lovely cool breeze. So it's perfect for just standing here, flashing my signs. Oh my goodness, they've ties and all on them and waistcoats. They have to be boiling in there, lads, because there's no way they got aircon. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, Joey, you burnt your face. Oh my goodness. Level 5 is only 50k. Oh, I'd say it costs a lot more than that. I'd say it costs you your soul at the very least. So for anyone new that joined in, we're outside the Dublin org of the cult of Scientology on a Sunday afternoon here in Ireland, and it's very quiet. Nobody about apart from a few board staff members. Oh, you ask me what road it is? Jesus, I don't know. I'd have to ask Google Maps. It's the road past the Dublin org anyway, that's for sure. As you can see, there's nobody stopping to go in. South. Oh my goodness. Let me think. It would be south side. It is South Dublin, yeah. We're very close to Tala here. It's in Fairhouse. So that would be South Dublin, yeah, that's right, it would be. As you can probably tell, I have a lousy sense of direction, which is why I heavily rely on Google Maps to get me from A to B. We've all been there, Joe. Too much sun, looking like a burnt tomato. The worst thing is when you fall asleep with sunglasses on, you wake up looking like a panda. And everybody thinking you're very sick because your eyes are white. Whereas the rest of you is burnt looking red. And that is why I don't go on sun holidays anymore. Because that's my sun holiday, is falling asleep in the sun, waking up burnt to a crisp. And that is provided I don't get heat stroke in between. Me and the sun are not the best of friends. If anything, I'd be a friend of the rain. I love the rain. Hi Skyfire, yeah, it's a very big building and it's absolutely empty. There's nobody in there, bar a few staff members, which is great to see. Hi David, how are you? We're outside the Dublin org of a Sunday afternoon and it's absolutely dead. There's nobody about, bar a handful of staff members, and that's it, which is absolutely fantastic to see. So I'll give you a look at me. My handmade signs I spent most of Friday laboriously making because I'm pretty useless when it comes to arts and crafts. That's the one side there, and I flip it to the other side. And that's the other side. Oh, Holland is nice for rain, cool. I really love the way my sign and my shirt is getting reflected back to me in the window. I don't know if you guys can see that being reflected back. Yeah, the colours are, because I reckon that using a normal white paper wouldn't be as eye-popping. You use the high fluorescent colours and it stands out from a distance. So even if you can't read it, you're more than likely to take a second look to see what's written on it. I think it catches the eye, which is what we want. There's some dude in his tracky bottoms and a cap on. Jesus Christ, it's not cold. Big woolly hat on him there. Maybe he's trying to sweat out some body Satans. Maybe that's the thing, is it? Unless that's to prevent getting his head sunburnt, maybe. I don't know. All I know is they have some strange habits. Oh yeah, for sure. Like there's a lovely public park next door, which goes for, I don't know how big it is. It's massive, and it runs by the Lake Dobber as well. So that would be a lovely place. A couple across the road there admiring my my handiwork. Yeah, has to be done. It's time they packed it up and left. Back on their bikes, as they say. Couple across the way admiring my signs there, so it's good to see the public approve. Nobody wants them here, absolutely nobody. Yeah, you would think, because like they have some nice areas inside here even, but yet you never see them out enjoying it. I guess if idle hands, they're not making themselves busy. Isn't that what Elron likes them to do, the busy work? So I do. I'm happy that the sign is making an impact. I did initially panic on my way here and think, well, I've been to this sign, I'm going to feel like the right fucking idiot holding it. But I'm glad now that I managed to break through my nerves and say, fuck it. I don't mind making a complete and utter arse of myself. At the very least, you make an arse of yourself, you give someone a good laugh. And sure, it's not what life is about, having a good laugh. So it's a win-win all round. Let me know if me just gently walking about here is annoying you guys. I'm not sure what that is doing to the video. If it's playing havoc with the video quality, I can try and plant my feet in the one spot. How's it going? There you have another appreciative member of the public. So I don't know if you could hear the cheering there of the two lads. Oh no, Catty. That's terrible. Chicken pox will do that to you, alright? Thankfully, I never got chicken pox. All my siblings did. I never got scarlet fever either. I never got any of the childhood illnesses, which I put down to is when I was a baby, I had to have a complete blood transfusion. So I reckon the blood they gave me had the immunity built into all the normal childhood diseases. Yeah, it does look abandoned. There's nobody about bar a couple of staff members. And even in the car parks, we're 4 cars parked up in the front one. And in the back one, we're 5 cars and 2 tiny minivans, and that's it. So that's just people working there. And at that, based on there being so little staff working there, they're not exactly expecting a flood of people. So I guess nobody wants to attend for the free films that they're running later today, nor are anyone interested in the free personality tests. That is a valid point. It is like the beginning of a zombie movie where everything is eerily quiet until things start to go all haywire. Oh, there's a lady there wandering about outside the coffee area. Oh no, she's probably the chef come waitress come dishwasher upper. I would say give her. She's having to read the sign. We'll flip it over so she can read the front and back. There you are now, missus. Have a think about that now and consider on it. Consider why someone might think child auditing is abuse, and why someone might think it's a cult, elder abuse, child abuse and a money scam. Have a think about that. And why would someone be out here of a Sunday afternoon parading about with a sign if it wasn't true? When there are a billion other things. Jeez, I could be at the beach right now, lads. So there's a billion and one more productive things I could be doing than standing outside an empty org. So maybe that will give her food for thought when she thinks about use some logical reasoning. So if we can plant a few seeds, that's all we can hope for. Plant a few seeds and maybe. Yep, they keep the lawns here very clean. That every so now and then you'll see someone coming out picking up invisible pieces of paper. They have to keep it absolutely immaculate. It's the same to see when they can't enjoy it. You never see them sitting out on the lovely benches over there enjoying the sun. Like right now, it would be lovely to be sitting there enjoying your afternoon tea and biscuit. Yeah, that's the thing to do, David. Let the grandkids play about. And don't worry about the mess they make. Once they're having fun and enjoying life, that's the main thing. There's not too much damage grandkids can get up to after all. Well, I suppose there is, but that's another story. There's someone on the blower. I wonder if they've thrown them a curveball, they don't know what they're supposed to do. There's this nice looking lady outside, boss, in a high vis jacket and the high vis signs. We don't know what to do. Our signs are only telling the truth. What can we do, boss? And the trick, Dave, is don't feed them anything with sugar. Once you give kids sugar, they're like fucking Duracell bunnies. They're all go until they run out of energy. They'll be bouncing off the walls. Yeah, it is a shame the way they have, because they have dispenses all the way around. Like it goes on there till the end. And then the same this way. Like there is no way in without going all the way down the long path there. And then all the way in there to get to the front. Like any normal church or business, right where we're standing here, there would at least be a footpath for members of the public to walk down into. So that to me says they're not very inviting. They don't want people randomly dropping in. Hi Amy, how are you? I'm outside an empty Dublin org here, cult of Scientology. All we have inside is a handful of staff members. And I seem to be a mini celebrity here. I've had my picture taken twice. If they want, I'm more than happy to sign them for them. If they want my autograph, I'm more than happy to oblige. And if they want a picture beside my lovely sign, they're more than welcome. I'll show you my lovely homemade sign there, Amy. So that's the front of it there, or is that the back? That's the same difference. That's one side, and there we have the other side. So we've already had a few appreciative cheers from members of the public passing by, that they're very happy I'm out here doing this. There's nobody around in this area even wants them here. What a shame that they're inside on a lovely day like this. They could be sitting on the lovely bench there enjoying the garden, and they've even got some birds they could be looking at. There's a nice little birdie to be talking to. Weather here is absolutely fantastic. There's a lovely cool breeze and it's not too warm, and there's no sign of rain. It was raining there earlier this morning, alright, but it's not raining anymore, which is good. Which also means it'll be great playing conditions for the GAA match on in Croke Park this afternoon. Tipperary and Cork are playing in the All-Ireland hurling final. So it's great that they have a lovely afternoon for it. May the best team win. Oh, you haven't had the rain yet, Joe? I'm sure it's on its way. They were saying, where is this rain that we speak of? Yeah, us Celts, we don't like the sun, but we love the rain. If we were to worship a god, it'd be the rain god, that's for sure. Definitely no sun worshippers this neck of the woods. Although next summer I'm thinking of either migrating to Iceland or to Australia for their winter. Because the summers here are getting too hot for the likes of me. So maybe we could do a house swap with some on the other side of the world. Because the Aussies find their winter, which is our summer, cold this time of year. So maybe they'd love to do a swap with us. What do you reckon, Joe? There is a Garda barracks just up the road. Been quite a few Garda cars passing by on the way into town. Suppose, I wonder if he's going in for match duty maybe. Yeah, they need extra Gardaí at the match. It's also a great way to see the All-Ireland final for free, is to volunteer for a few extra shifts, I guess. Nice work you can get it. Them poor lads in there, they've nothing to do. Absolutely nothing to do. Like they can't even watch TV, all they get to watch is Scientology.net, whatever it's called. God love them. No Netflix for them poor lads. Oh my goodness, it's going to be the mid-90s, which is 33 Celsius. Oh my goodness, no, that's way too hot for me, David. 23 Celsius, I'm liable to drop like a sack of hot potatoes. I get heat stroke very easily. Ridiculously easily, man. So 23, that's when it's getting dangerously hot for me. Oh, you're in Alaska, Skyfire. Interesting. That's right, Joe. It was 40 Celsius in London there the other week. Then London is built up, I wonder. No, but then there'd be no breeze. There'd be no cooling breeze though, with all the buildings will be blocking the breeze coming in. That would be hot. Stifling hot, I would imagine. Absolutely fantastic, not a sinner in sight. Only body Satans, because I'm sure I'm lepping with them. I'm sure I'm after bringing 2 billion body Satans with me. I've never audited any of them. I must be collecting them every day. So I reckon I must have 2 billion again now. Which suits me just fine. With 2 billion body Satans, I'll never be alone. Exactly, you're dead right. They are that. It's all mind control. I feel sorry for them in there. It's all about money. It's a money scam. Another appreciative member of the public there. I have to say, the effort I put into these signs is well worth it. Although I have to confess, there are signs on Friday trying to get this bloody writing straight. I was tempted to pack it all in and to give up and admit defeat. So I'm glad now I persisted, because they're definitely making a difference. It just goes to show, you might as well give it a lash, don't be afraid to fail. Do you know what I mean? You only fail if you don't try, I guess, isn't that it? There's your chap there on his bicycle. And I think very interesting. Hiya Alexa. Yeah, it's sad to see them alright, that they're the level of brainwashing that they're under. Because any logical thinking person would not be doing it whatsoever. A lot of what they do is just daft. The logical mind will reject it outright. And I guess that's it, they're trained not to think. They're trained to just blindly do what they're told to do. Which is very sad indeed. Hey T. Oh yeah, it's absolutely chock-a-block. Handful of staff members. Absolutely, that's all we have. Handful of staff members. At least I've given them something to do. I've had my picture taken a few times now. And I've given them some lovely signs to look at. I'll give you a look at my my homemade signs. So that's one side, and to flip it over, and that's the other side. So at least we're giving them something to read and to think about. And to maybe question, why would a middle-aged woman be out here of a Sunday afternoon when she could be at the beach having a pina colada? So just maybe I'll plant a few seeds. Just maybe. That's the best we can hope for, that we plant a few seeds about. I would say I really do love the way my shirt and my sign is being reflected back to me in their windows. There's no way they can't see it from there where they are. They're getting a lovely primary view of it, which is absolutely fantastic. Hi Ernie, how are you? We're outside an empty org in Dublin here, the cult of Scientology. Absolutely nobody about, bar a handful of staff members with absolutely nothing to do but admire my lovely artwork. Not at the moment, Alexa, they're not facing criminal charges. To face criminal charges, you need to find evidence of crimes. So knowing that they're committing offences and having evidence to prove in a court of law is another thing. But one can only hope that people will start to speak out. Oh, she succumbed her to the point. Interesting. Ah, thanks very much, T. Well, personally, I think I sound like a feckin' Egypt, but if some people like my accent, that is good. I guess it's something different. I see my mods are busy at work there. Thanks very much. Oh. I'm not sure I'd be welcome to. They're after taking me a picture a few times already today. But I'd certainly be willing to give it a lash. I certainly wouldn't go in there on my own because it's creepy as fuck. Having to walk down that full length, in, around and up again. Jesus. And then once you're inside, you have no quick escape route. There's only one way in and one way up and down a long windy path. Yeah, Alexa, that's what we need. We need people who have been victims of Scientology to talk out and to go to the authorities and report their experiences. Because there are no doubt anybody that's been a member of Scientology for any length of time have been victims of abuse at one form or the other. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. That's good to know, Skyfire, that you can understand me okay. And we have JoJo tunes playing in my back pocket there to give us a little bit of music over the sound of the traffic. Well, you got electric scooter tea, very good. Jump on the back, oh very good. That would be a quicker getaway anyway than our 2 little feet. Getting a slight bit windy here now, but that's grand, I do like the wind. And once it doesn't start lashing rain on me, I'll be happy. Oh, Joe has a hybrid bike converted to electric assist bike. Oh, very good, Joe. Excellent way to travel. Can one of my lovely mods put in the link to Victims Have Voices there, if you wouldn't mind? I'd almost be tempted to learn to rip read to know what these guys are saying there, standing there in front talking. That must be the full complement of staff in there now at this stage. I do wonder though, did they work a full day? Well, they wouldn't be allowed to work a full day. Because I think this place is open 8 till 10 o'clock, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. So they would, in theory, would need a staff change midway through the day, I would reckon. But then, if you're voluntary though, standard working hours wouldn't apply. I'm not sure about that one. Because if you're voluntary, surely you're allowed to spend, if you wanted to, you could spend all your day here, 8 to 10, I guess. Then I guess there'd be a way around that, they'd make you do courses in the back. So you wouldn't technically be working. It'd be in your free time, you'd be doing courses, so I guess it's the same difference really. You're still effectively trapped inside all day. Yeah, that would make sense that they'd have a day 8 to 4 and then 4 to 10. So it's 20 past 3 now. So I guess we'll see then if there is any sign of a change in shift then. In theory then, coming up to 4 o'clock, we should see some sort of activity of people clocking on and off. But I do wonder, are they free to leave? Or do you spend the rest of the day doing courses out the back? Or doing your odd thing, or whatever it is they spend their time doing? Right, there is a handful. There are 4 cars in the front car park. And there's 5 cars in the back car park and 2 little minivans. So presumably some of them are living somewhere local themselves, and they're not all being put up in the Scientology birding of little pigeon huts. Hi Style, how are you? We're outside the Dublin org of the cult of Scientology here on a lovely Sunday afternoon. Sun isn't too strong, with a lovely cooling breeze and no rain. Absolutely perfect for me to be out here flashing my signs. I'll just give you a look at my little handiwork. So that is one side, and we'll flip it around. And that is the other side. So it gives the Scientologist something to read. And maybe question, maybe it'll plant a few seeds of doubt. That to be wonder why a sane looking middle-aged woman will be out here waving a couple of signs at them when she could be at the beach having a pina colada. So maybe, just maybe, it'll plant a few seeds. And we have JoJo's wonderful music playing there in my back pocket, keeping us company. Maybe there is evidence of a big movement in there, maybe there is evidence of a shift change. Had to be absolutely mind-numbing boring in there. So what's the picture quality like? Let me know if I'm bothering you guys, because I do keep moving about a bit. If the picture is too wobbly, let me know. Although I think with the gimbal it probably is somewhat stable. Hey Agus, how are you? Hi Earthly Colour Brown. Yeah, Scientology is essentially Dianetics. Dianetics is the trademark they have on their little wee book that they packaged in to sell as a religion, as opposed to a money scam, which is what it is. Alright, that's good to know, thanks very much. So I do think the gimbal is making a difference. Because to be honest, even when I am standing perfectly still, my hand does shake. It's one of the many benefits as you get older, that you find these interesting features in your body. Where you've grown up all your life with a steady hand that you could have been a surgeon, and then to find out it shakes like buggery as you get older. Not even a nice view to be looking out at. You're looking out at bars on the roadside. Well, I guess that reinforces the message that you're effectively trapped in there like a prison. But at least in a prison you get an exercise yard where you're let out for an hour a day anyway. Yeah, 1,000,000,000 years. I don't see how that is incentive at all. To be honest, if I thought we had another 1,000,000,000 years to live on this planet, I think I would unlike myself here and now. Jeez, I think 100 years is plenty. For 1,000,000,000 years, and that's not even it, that's only you pledge 1,000,000,000 to Scientology. How many more 1,000,000,000 years have we to live through? Jeez, jeez Louise. At least that lady there is getting a bit of fresh air, which is good to see. So I wonder, are we seeing signs of a shift change? Oh, there's somebody's kids. Oh, hang on, let me flip the sign to show the no more kids piece for the kiddies coming out. Yeah, it looks like a couple of the staff members have kids, because I'm pretty sure that guy in the tracksuit with the woolly hat on him is Devante with his son. So it looks like they're going to kick around the football. So at least the kids are getting to kick around the football. That's something, I guess. There's another child, but that means they were cooped up in there all day. Jeez. Here's someone with a nice big whacking suitcase. Oh my goodness, don't tell me they came here for the holidays. Oh my goodness. Two big suitcases each. I wonder where they're off to. Taxi there for them, bringing them to the airport. I hope they're not on their way to Copenhagen to do the perf. Oh my goodness, Style, you're going to get a twister. Better batten down the hatches, so. Oops. Oh, am I not showing up on Scientology? I mightn't have put the right hashtags into the description. Am I showing up as live on Scientology, Joe? If you could check that for me. Oh cool, thanks Amy, that's great. I didn't mess up my hashtags. That's good to know. Okay, that's brilliant, thanks very much lads. What a lovely day. Absolutely fantastic. The temperature here is about 17, 18 Celsius, which is perfect for me. There's no danger of me getting heat stroke, which is a good thing. Oh, there were a couple of more people there. I wonder, are we getting a change in shift going on? Definitely a bit of movement of people. So I reckon the second shift is maybe about to start. 3:30. Interesting. Yeah, the boys are playing some football. It's good, at least the kids are getting out, I guess, for a bit of game of footy, but I shudder to think what they do inside there all day. How's it going? Hi Ophelia, how are you? Yeah, I think it's just a learning experience. Amy, we just have to keep reminding people. It's more habit forming once someone gets in the habit of using the hashtags. How's it going? More appreciative members of the public there, admiring my handiwork, spreading the truth. Geez, that gentleman there in the waiter's uniform, he's looking a bit worse for wear. Why is he hunched over so much? I guess Scientology life hasn't been good on him. Yes, that is a valid point, Style. Do they have access to their own passports and visas? That is a good point. We know that they're not exactly free to leave, that's for sure. Yeah, I think you're right, T, about the shift change. Definitely looks like that they're swapping over duties there, alright. Well, she must be on a wee break there, a little snack. Not sure what she's snacking on. At least she gets to go for a stroll outside. Pity she can't leave the grounds though and go hop over to the park. It's a lovely public park that there is next door. Wonder them guys here doing a course. Maybe they're taking a break from doing the courses and need some nourishment before they do more of their auditing and fact checking, whatever else they're doing. He's dressed in civvy clothes, so I guess he could be a customer, I guess. Yeah, could well be Joe, could well be Ostropur. That's too long a word for me to even pronounce. But definitely having overdosing in niacin for years will certainly be taking its toll. And then if you're carrying around heavy paperwork all day then as well, boxes of their paper for them to be printing all their flyers and everything else on. Two boys there on a scooter there, shouting their praises. Yeah, I think they're open here. I think every day they're open 8 AM until 10 PM at night. Which seems like very long hours to be doing. Then I guess they've already paid the expense on the building and for the electric and heat and everything else, so I guess they might as well use it. The staff are effectively free, so you have minimal overhead, so you might as well run it all the hours in the day. Geez, I'll be forgetting to take my recommended sips. I better have me some sips of water. Otherwise I'll be wondering when I wake up tomorrow morning why I'm hoarse and have no voice. I'll just take a few gulps of water here. Oh yes, that's better. That's better. Hydration is vital, lads. Yeah, that's something to keep an eye on, alright, T. You see, will they open their Narcanon Centre? Or will they be smart enough to leave it closed? Like, they have to know that the locals aren't going to stand for it. They'll be out in the numbers again if there's any sign of that Narcanon Centre in Meath opening. No, thanks very much, Joe. I see you're working very hard today, sharing everybody's links. So thanks very much, pal. I'll owe you a pint or two when I next see you. I probably owe you a keg at this point, maybe a few kegs I owe. Yeah, here it seems to be 8 AM to 10 PM every day of the week, Monday to Sunday, which is very peculiar. You would have thought Saturday and Sunday, or Sunday anyway, would be shorter opening hours. But then I guess, you know. I wonder how many days a week do they work? Presumably they'd have to get at least one day a week off. Okay, I see a troll is after awakening from his basement. Interesting, looks like a couple there. But she looks significantly younger than what he does. Then it's hard to tell though. Some blokes do become follically challenged very early in life. It would be T, that is it's in County Meath. Would it be... I'd have to ask Google how far that is. What style is a new alien friend? Ah, oh, fantastic style. I look forward to seeing your new alien friend in action. The sun is getting a little bit hotter here. I just hope I'm not going to end up with a redneck. I'm probably safe enough, my ponytail is probably protecting the back of my neck, so I probably don't need to worry. Okay, see you later, David. Enjoy your breakfast. Hi Christian, we're outside the Dublin org of the cult of Scientology on a relatively warm Sunday afternoon. And as you can see, there's not very much activity at all going on. All that we can see are some staff members and a few of their kids, and that's it. So it's good to see the place looking so empty. Oh yes, Dial, that is that's the tricky bit, alright. That you can be eluded into thinking it's not warm because you have a nice cool breeze without realising that you're getting absolutely burnt red. There has been many an Irish person who has embarrassingly gotten themselves sunburned to such a degree of needing to go to the hospital for treatment for 3rd degree burns. So it's no laughing matter really. For anyone who hasn't seen, I'll give you a look at my wee homemade signs here that the Scientologist has been admiring there. That is one side, and let's flip around to the other. And that's the other side. So a nice high-vis double-sided sign for them to look at and to read, and maybe to question. Maybe to question why a middle-aged woman will be out here of a Sunday afternoon instead of being down at the beach. Just maybe there might be some truth to what I have written on my signs. Otherwise, why would I be here? I'm clearly not a nutter. That person looks to be rather moving very gingerly. She was from Mexico too. Wow, interesting. So they trafficked her in then to run the centre. Suppose they're having trouble getting staff members. Hey Rika, how are you? We're outside the Dublin org of the cult of Scientology on a lovely warm Sunday afternoon, and I'm happy to report all we can see is a handful of staff members and that's it. So it's absolutely lovely to see them so empty and quiet. Poor guys have nothing to do. At least I've given them something to read and something to ponder. I'll just show you my lovely artwork here. There's one side, and I'll flip it over, and there's a second. How you feel? I can't remember if I said hello to you earlier or not. I have the memory of a goldfish these days. One of the many gifts Mother Nature bestows on us slightly older ladies. So I've had quite a few passerbys who stop to admire my handiwork on their signs. So the locals around here definitely approve, which is what we like to see. Oh, goldfish might have us bet then, Joe. Wow. Probably do. I've the same, been blessed with the weather here today. It was raining there this morning, but right now it's absolutely fantastic. It's not too hot, it's 17, 18 degrees with a lovely bit of a cool breeze. Absolutely fantastic. We're standing out here listening to some lovely JoJo tunes while delivering a few messages to the Scientologists inside. Give them some food for thought. Yeah, that's right, Joe. And we only see them going around in a certain small tank because we selfishly put them in tiny tanks. We should be putting them in their natural habitat, would be a big massive fucking ocean. That's where they should be living. And then maybe getting eaten by a passing shark or something. But that's all part of the natural cycle of life. Oh look, the door just opened itself there. Someone's practicing their magical OTA powers. We stunted. Yeah, I'd believe that, Joe, because I know that happens to alligators and crocodiles when people keep them in captivity and they don't give them enough space to live in. That does stunt their growth, severely so, and causes all sorts of bone density problems. So us humans, we have been unkind in general to our animal friends. We have a lot of crimes to answer for, as they say. Okay, good night to you, sweet dreams. Hugs and kisses, that boy of yours. Oh, I hate to see whales in captivity style. They need a lot of space. They need to be out in the oceans and seas where they have the space to roam about, and it's not natural to keep them confined. Yeah, me, I've heard that too, alright, it's very sad. I think it's where we all really need to be vigilant and keep our eyes and ears open. And speak up when we see something that isn't right. I think the years of quietly saying nothing when we see abuse happening are over. At least I hope so. I have to say, Cathy, I do like some zoos. It depends if it's a real zoo or one of these, how do you put it? You know, these single person family owned fucking zoos. To my mind, they're not really a zoo. That's someone just keeping a private collection for their own selfish needs. But some of the bigger zoos that look after conservation and protecting the endangered species, there are a certain good that some zoos do, but they're more the zoological ones, which are few and far between. Most of the zoos are privately run and are not very ethical, particularly in some countries. The States being one where, quite frankly, some of your laws are very fucking loose. I don't know how people can own half of what they own. As well, just passing by in the car there, just stopped to read my signs. Yeah, the circus I was never a fan of, particularly the clowns in particular. I never seen the enjoyment in clowns. I always thought they were rather spooky and sinister. Oh, that's a brilliant idea, Haggis. Children of Scientology raised in captivity. That is a fantastic idea. I'll make a note of that one for my next sign. Actually, these signs are definitely a way to share the messages with them. Maybe we are planting a few seeds of doubt in their minds. One can only hope. Like even in theory, I could bring a bunch of signs out with me and swap over their signs every so often to give them more to read and look at. Might be a good idea, alright. Since I have my backpack with me, I can carry them and that until I need them. Interesting. Oh, getting a little bit windy. And my plastic flagpole is withstanding the wind there, alright. I don't know if you can see, the wind, it's a little bit windy there, but my the plastic handle is holding up nicely. So that is good to see that it's a little bit of weather hardiness in it. And that said, I wouldn't want it any gale force winds. Jeez, I'd be gone. Mind you, in gale force winds, I'd liable to be gone as well. Absolutely dead in there. Just a handful of staff members with not a lot to do. Which is absolutely great to see. Only a handful of cars in the car park. It is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic to see. Do you know what, Cathy? I think you're right. They wouldn't know what human trafficking meant. That is true. Although you could put that on the sign, you could put down a brief description of what human trafficking is. That might help to plant a few seeds of doubt in them. That's a good idea now. We're getting some nice good ideas now of some new signage to make. Is it going? Yeah, too right, Skyfire, yeah. We shouldn't hurt people, animals, birds, reptiles, any living creature. They all deserve life and to live in peace the same as any of us humans. And I go one step further. Us humans have a duty of care to every living creature on this planet. We should be looking out for them and caring for them to the best of our abilities. Oh yes, karma's a bitch, alright. I do enjoy seeing some karma in action, that's for sure. Yeah, I've never owned goldfish. I never seen the point of it. It just seemed to me to be needlessly putting them into captivity. And you have mixed feelings about cats and dogs, but they've been domesticated over the centuries to be pets. So it's sort of a no going back there. We'll be duty of care to look after them properly. But as to why some people be trying to domesticate things like fucking tigers, are you serious? A tiger is not a cuddly creature. Oh, nice haggis. Yeah, poor Joe was just a wee lass from Scotland. And why is it? I'm just an innocent wee Irish Catholic girl. We're both as pure as the driven snow. Interesting, he still has his kitchen apron on him. I wouldn't have thought that was very safe to be going out for on your scooter with your apron flapping about in the wind. I would have thought that would be slightly dangerous. Oh, cool, Catty. Yeah, I'd love to buy a bridge in Arizona. That would be pretty cool. Pretty cool to own your own bridge, I reckon. Oh, of course not style. How could you possibly have any vices or faults? Certainly not our style. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me, Amy. Because it's not so much that animals are attacking their owners, it's that they're just obeying their natural instincts, that they feel threatened and scared and are simply defending themselves. That's why animals lash out, they're just doing what's part of their nature to do. Uh-oh, starting to rain a little bit, but as long as it doesn't mash now, we'll see. Hopefully it won't rain too much. Yeah, I guess so. That is a valid point, Thomas. Indeed, why does it? Why does it have bars on it? I think it's to give the message loud and clear that's like a prison in there. You can go in, but you can't leave so easy. It certainly does not have that welcoming in, come in, nice and friendly look and feel about it, that's for sure. Oh, that's good. There's only a few drops of rain starting things off already, so that's good. Yes, for sure, Thomas, that's the message I get. Yeah, you can come, but you'll never go. That is for sure. Certainly is not an easy thing just to walk out with Scientology. Once they get your hooks into you, they're very reluctant to let someone go. Now that is just crazy, crazy, crazy sauce, Joe. Someone laying down and sleeping beside a python. Now I guess a fully grown human is probably slightly larger than its natural prey, but even still. Oh, I remember that story, Amy. I remember that one. It's a very sad story, but at the same time, not exactly unexpected. I love to see the cars here slowing down to have a read of my signs. Absolutely makes me very happy. It's certainly well worth the effort of making them, that's for sure. Yep, that is true, Catty. And it also shows that we shouldn't be trying to domesticate them. How many hundreds of thousands of years did it take them to domesticate cats and dogs? And I thought that was done with selective breeding. It's not done by just plucking an animal from the wild and then maybe breeding for it once or twice and then expecting it to be a tame and meek little kitten. And what about if you say bath to them, Joe? Do they like having a bath and a wash? Or do they quiver with fear? Yeah, that is true style, yeah. I recommend a lovely cabbage too. But don't let antics anywhere near your cabbage. She has a tendency to boil them and make them into soup. True story, Cathy, she did. True story. Boiled the poor cabbage into soup. Absolutely horrified I was. All I could think of was Styles' cabbage and praying that Styles' cabbage was safe and well. Yeah, very easy to blame everything on poor George the gnome. I have a suspicion he's innocent, he's just been framed. The potatoes here in Ireland, best you'll ever have. We make the best fish and chips. So anyone, whenever you're over in Ireland, I highly recommend having fish and chips. It's very hard to get bad fish and chips here. And yet bacon and cabbage is a natural dish, and I think it should be fish and chips, because that is really your speciality. No, Joe, no, a sweet potato is not a potato. A sweet potato is, I don't know why, is this a tumour or some sort of thing? It's not a spud. Oh yes, halibut and chips. Yes, very tasty. With some garlic sauce. Absolutely delicious. Sweet potato is an abomination, and it should not be called a potato. It's not a spud. And I'll fight any man who does say sweet potato is a spud. It's not. Yeah, I think, Joe, give up the bulletproof diet. You need to be on the Irish diet of spuds. All the potato you can eat is the Irish diet. Do you know, I think I'll be treating myself to a fish and chip supper on my way home this evening. Now it started to rain here, but I couldn't be bothered trying to fish out my jacket. Don't think it's raining hard enough to stick. So I think I'll chance it. You've had enough spuds in 50 years, thanks. How the heck could you have enough spuds, Joe? Absolutely not. It's in your Celtic DNA to be eating spuds. It's a wonder we've never invented a spud-based dessert. Mind you, we did invent a drink, posheen out of the spud, alright? Oh yes, I do love leeks. Leeks are absolutely tasty. And leeks are easier to digest than red onion these days. I've had to give up on the red onion because I found it had an unfortunate side effect of having me sound like a trumpet all day after eating some. Whereas thankfully leeks doesn't have the effect on me yet anyway. Yeah, the homemade porcine can be lethal. There's no testing the strength on it. It could be as strong as 40% or 99% proof. Absolutely lethal it can be. Yeah, halibut is by far the nicest when you get it. But other than that though, I do like the smoked haddock. I do like a smoked fish. Gives it a nice bit of flavour combined with the garlic sauce. Yeah, yams aren't as good either. Oh yes, a pound of spuds. Absolutely delish. Be about right. Yeah, a pound of spuds sounds about right for one portion size. And a quarter pound of leeks. Very tasty. Crayfish can be nice as well, depending on what sauce you have with it. Oh look, the rain is gone again. I'm glad I didn't waste my time fishing out my jacket. It rained for what, all of 2.5 seconds. Hi Laura, how are you? We're outside an empty org here in Dublin, outside the cult of Scientology. Absolutely nobody about bar a few staff members, which is absolutely fantastic to see. So I'll just give you guys a little look at my homemade signs here. Give you a little look there. That's the one side, and that's the reverse side. So at least it's given them a few messages to look at and maybe something to think about. Maybe we're planting a few seeds of doubt. We've certainly gotten a few appreciative comments back from members of the public, and we have been slightly stopping traffic here by people stopping to have a good read of the signs, which is good to see. To be honest, there's nobody here that wants them here. Okay, Joe, yeah, take your doggies out for a wee walk and for them to do their business and whatnot. So the music we are playing here in the background is JoJo tunes. Joe is a maker of some fantastic music. Yeah, Ophelia is, and it's a strange location because this is largely a residential area on the outskirts of Dublin City. So, you know, they're not getting any passing footfall, which is very odd. It's a very strange location. I guess, well, the main reason for them opening here is that there was a former, wasn't a church, I think it was some sort of one of these religious cults was here before. So this land had already been earmarked as a religious zone. So that's how they were able to open up here. Even though we don't acknowledge them as a religion, so that's sort of a contradiction in itself. I do really wish the EU would come out and say it's a fucking cult and it's banned. But all we can do is hope that one day our governmental and elected officials will take a proper stance and say, look, we've had enough. Cults should not be allowed to operate freely and be able to legally scam people out of the money. That's just fucking ridiculous. Now maybe it's up to us normal people of standing up and saying we've had enough. We're not taking this bullshit anymore. Because that's what it is, it's bullshit. And even when you look back at some of them old interviews, like the UK government knew back in the 60s and 70s that it was a destructive, harmful cult, and yet they were still allowed to fucking flourish. It's absolutely crazy. It makes me so mad every time I just think about it and just say, oh my God. Our elected officials do not have our backs. We need to watch out for ourselves and for each other. Yeah, Thomas, it's the Dublin ideal org here in Ireland. They've only they've 3 premises here in Ireland. They've one of these corporate head offices in Dublin City, and then they have an Arcanon centre in Meath that they've never opened. So we're keeping a close eye on that to make sure that they never do open it. So we don't want an Arcanon here. Oh, that is brilliant to hear. I feel like there's a parliamentary inquiry in Australia at the moment. So that is good. We need more of it. We need our elected officials to start looking more closely at these things and acknowledge properly that they are a destructive cult, that they serve no good whatsoever. And maybe they should ever think about all these other cults and sects are being opening up. Because fuck, it's ridiculous. We've hundreds and thousands of cults operating all throughout the world. It's absolutely crazy sauce. Yeah, that is crazy sauce, Thomas. And while they're out on the high seas, they're immune from prosecution. I guess that's the idea behind it. Mind you, their cruise ship, their freelance, has to be in bad state of repair at this stage. It has to be falling to rack and ruin. Because I doubt they have enough staff members to be maintaining it properly. And they don't believe in paying money for repairs and whatnot. Yeah, there's no way they could come out the same person. So that's one of the objectives. And why myself and all people all over the world are protesting against Scientology. We're trying to spread awareness and hope to prevent future victims of Scientology. And we can stop one person going in there. That's the future victim saved, if you like. Exactly, style. To see a deserted org is absolutely fantastic. To see it so dead here over Sunday afternoon is absolutely brilliant. And as you can see, there's nobody walking in off the street. Well, they don't want anyone walking in off the street. Otherwise, you wouldn't have it buried behind all these railings. Having to walk the full length of that and then back in down that long windy car park to get into the front door is ridiculous. They don't have a pedestrian entrance here where I'm standing, which you think they would. If they genuinely wanted people to walk in and all I went for them, come and take our fake personality test. Oh, thanks very much, Laura. And speaking of which, the sign says, come in today for a free personality test. Give yourself the knowledge of you. Well, I already have the knowledge of me. Oh, and I appreciate the beat there from some passerbys. I already have the knowledge of me. I've known me for 50 years. And I reckon at this stage I know me pretty damn well. And to tell you the truth, I'm happy with who me is. I think I've turned out just fine. So I don't need a free personality test. Now, if you're offering come in for a free personality test, a cup of tea and some bickies, you know, if it's chocolate hobnobs, I could be tempted. Just saying, lads. I find it hard to resist a chocolate hobby knob or two. What's a 400 million boat? That's not exactly much money though in the world of big cruise ships though either. I suppose it's a little cruise ship they have. Nah, Cathy, I reckon your personality is an A+++ for absolutely awesome. Could well do, Thomas, yeah. Could well do. Right, I feel yeah, it's a question of finding each person's weakness, and for me it's a chocolate hobby. Chocolate hobnob is my weakness. Or a Sicilian lemon cheesecake, that would definitely entice me in. No question. I think it's time I took some more recommended sips. Hydration is important there, lads. Let me see, can I fish out my bottle? That's better. Got to keep nicely hydrated. Hydration is important. Yeah, well technically I've already had my 2 litres today in the form of coffee. Like it's still fluid, so I reckon it counts. Scientology has a machine that measures the electrical impulse in your body. Yeah, it's an E-meter, which is basically a very cheap version of a lie detector test. There's a lovely looking grey sky with patches of blue seeping through. I do love to watch a cloudy sky. Never are two the same. Absolutely gorgeous. It's clouds like that I wish I was able to paint if I could capture that scene by painting. Really is, Catty. And what amazes me is you'd never see the same sky 2 days in a row. Each sky is uniquely different. It's absolutely amazing. I have to say, Mother Nature and the world around us is absolutely amazing. If only we ever took the time to stop what we're doing and just have a look and just see the beauty around us. "2,400 passengers. That is pretty big. Oh yes, I would happily join the cult of pierogi. Oh, for sure. That man is a legend. Scammer payback. I like your thinking, Thomas. That's my reason for eating dark chocolate. It's good for you. It's good for a healthy heart. And maybe wash it down with a drop of red wine or two. Oh, cherry pie does sound good. Oh yes. Oh, with their own cherries. Oh, fantastic. I would say that's absolutely delicious. Homemade cherry pie with your own cherries. Oh my goodness. I'm starting to get hungry now thinking of it. Oh, someone beeping there, their appreciation passing by. That's good to see. Wonder her shirt must be finished. She's knocking off for the day. But that's good if she's getting to go home and she's not having to do courses and whatnot in there. At least she has some Sunday to do something with. Oh my goodness, Cathy, I'll have to pop over to your neck of the woods sometime. A winery that makes red wine, dark chocolate fudge. Oh my goodness, that sounds like heaven. Oh yes, please, if everyone could do what their lovely style is suggesting, tap the like button. Thanks very much. And if you haven't already subscribed, if you would be so kind as to give me a sub. Thanks very much. So I think with all the birds I've seen out here today, they must be outnumbered 10 to 1 by the birds. There's an interesting stat. There's another couple of kids there. Don't know if you can hear that there's a kid there blowing a whistle. Maybe that's to scare away the body satans. Oh, very tasty. Very tasty, Catty. I might have to pop over for a very, very long holiday indeed. Very nice.
Can I ask you what Africa testing?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, what about you like testing? Just I was just passing by.
In general, Scientology, it's an abusive cult. So they do a lot of harm. They do a lot of, they're not a religion.
Yes, I understand that.
They're more a cult. They do elder abuse, child abuse, and mainly they're a money scam. Like they'll start off the lower levels, they'll offer you a free, just have a focus there on the building and just live there on YouTube. Yeah, it's a way of spreading awareness all over the world. So that's why I come out here and I'm just live on YouTube as well, so there's people watching. So it just helps get the message around. Like they start off innocent enough that they say come in for a free personality test. It's 200 questions, you'll do the free personality test and then they'll say, oh yeah, we see this and this we see is wrong. Oh, you must have trouble communicating with your boss, or maybe you have trouble with the relationship. So they'd always find there's something that they need to fix. They say, come on in, we're running this free course. So you'll go in and you do a free course. And a lot of their bottom level courses, a lot of it is the self-help kind of common sense type of, that you get in and you think, this is making sense. And then they say, oh, we have this course for 100 quid, come in, do this course. And they're always dangling that little bit of carrot in front of you, that you never quite reach your goal.
Oh yeah.
And then very quickly you find this courses runs up that are £3, £4, £10,000 after costing to do a course.
I hear.
And it's normally when people are in it that they get it's low level brainwashing all the way through, that they get so ingrained and brainwashed in it that they believe it. The core they believe in. See the picture there of L. Ron Hubbard?
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. He wrote a bunch of books and they believe that his word is gospel.
Yeah.
That you believe nobody or nothing else. He has all the answers and the secrets
They
of the
make them
universe.
believe, but they make others believe.
Yeah, and it's just so sad that when they get into their so indoctrined that they just believe it.
I saw one video about Scientology, how people who were trying to get out found it so difficult to do.
They do, and that's by design, because even Hubbard himself knew that getting people in is hard. So when you do get your hooks in, you don't let them go.
Free dinners and everything. I live locally, just I can almost can see the place.
Like, it's a strange place to be, because this is a residential area.
I think as well.
Now it's because there was a church here before. Well, when I say church, I think it's one of these that's more of a sect than a church. But because this land was already zoned as religious use, that's how they found it so easy to open here. Because at the time when they opened, like it was in 2007, like we know they're a cult, and we know they don't do any good. But because this was already designated religious, they were allowed to open there. And that's why I don't agree. Why are we letting these cults open in plain sight? And we know that they're, even if you forget about the elder and the child abuse, fundamental at the core is a money scam. There's been people who have grown up in Scientology, like L. Ron Hubbard founded this in the 1950s, 1960s. A lot of people got in, so there's children there now. They're 3, 4 generations of Scientologists. They're raised in Scientology. Scientology teaches children that you're just an adult in a small being's body. That a 6-year-old should be able to do the same work as a fully grown man, and they're subjected to the same doctrine. Because that's what got me into this. A year ago, was listening to the heartbreaking stories of former children Scientologists that grew up with this bullshit and realised that the indoctrination isn't right. A lot of them didn't even have the love of the parents. They were sent off to these daycare centres that, like, you'd have a 12-year-old looking after them. Their parents would maybe get to spend an hour on a Sunday with the parents. It's like even me saying it now, it sounds daft, but it's the truth. It's just all. It just shows the level of brainwashing that they're.
Something especially that big.
So this is what we do, so that a lot of people nowadays, particularly kids, they kind of know Scientology is a cult, but they don't know. And then because these guys offer all the free events, that's why I'm worried that a child might think, oh, this is just a harmless place. I used to do ballet and all them years ago. Oh, this free course on how to fix. And with all the free courses they offer, that you could see maybe when they're 19, 20, when you're at that difficult age.
And the food and the free dinners. And
so this is what I'm trying to do. Maybe plant some seeds of doubt, so then something will stick. Then until they, oh hell no, I'm not going there.
They also try to get into local charities. Like to help.
They really are devious, because they get to understand. Because even using the word community centre really annoys me. Because that's cultural appropriation. Community centre means a lot to us Irish in particular. That's the heart and soul, you know. And that's what they do. They get to know, and even the way, even with the imagery there, like that, they're Celtic symbols. They don't have them in any other country. So they're good at trying to soak in the local culture to try and blend in. They're very fucking sneaky. But in fairness, it's only maybe 1% at the top that really know what's going on. The other 99% of them are just so brainwashed that they believe in the doctrine. And they look at me and they just think, oh, that poor deluded fool has believed some lies about us on the internet. They're not even allowed to be on YouTube, on the internet in general. Like, their phones and devices they have been doctored with parental controls. The only TV they watch is Scientology.net. just to give them,
just to brainwash.
just to, and then they end up with where they're trapped in their own minds that they brainwash themselves. They're just so indoctrinated, and then they just fear us on the outside.
Yeah, so many things.
And it's just a waste. It's a waste of a life, because then even, and that's why I have elder abuse here. Even when they get to 65, they're still working. And in a lot of places around the world, you'll see that they're working in there behind the counter. You'll see that they're carrying heavy books, particularly in LA where they can. They have a celebrity centre and they have a lot of big buildings in the States, but they don't have the people. So once they have the people in, they have people there working when they're still 70, 80. And like, they should be well enjoying your retirement at that stage. It's just soul destroying and heartbreaking watching it. So that's just, I'm just hoping to try and prevent future victims.
Just if you come back, make that sign larger.
Yeah.
Because like I passed you once, I went to collect my daughter from my mom's, and I tried to read and I couldn't because people are driving. And
because I was this is more of a test run because I wasn't sure, like that's just normal cardboard paper with plastic, and I wasn't sure how well it hold up, because that's why I was afraid. I was going to do kind of two sides that would be bigger, but I wasn't sure then if that would be too bendy.
Because like you see, like the cars that pass won't be able to read, and like I wanted to read, like because I'm against.
I know that, so that's brilliant feedback then.
Yeah.
Because it does seem to be holding up well.
Like that lady
when there isn't,
they were passing by and she wanted to read, but when you walk kind of, very few people will stop to ask, but hard to read, so like something bigger maybe.
Yeah, something bigger, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then I have the high-vis paper, that's more catches someone's eye to say, oh, interesting, I wonder what's written there.
Yeah, I am raising alarm as well about working large families, like I have 7 children and we are abused and bullied by the council.
Yeah.
So it's what I am trying as well. No one hears. I know how hard it is to go and speak for someone.
There's so many local issues as well.
So many, and local politicians just don't do anything at all.
They're useless, and there's a lot kept out of the media.
Yeah, so much.
There's
like this,
there's some good. There's
Are
some.
You local here? No.
I live in Dublin, but I'm originally from Wexford.
Yeah, Wexford.
Where is it you're from yourself?
Originally from Latvia, but 22 years here, and in this place exactly 17 years.
Yeah, because I was trying to place your accent and I couldn't.
Oh, like my accent probably is between Russian, Latvian, and maybe English.
So it probably has it's a little mix in there now.
Yeah, because like if if you hear Russian people speaking, it wouldn't be my accent Latvian as well. So I probably have in my own language, which is Russian and Latvian, some kind of accent as well. So it's interesting. I will show you just one video that we didn't see. I am not a fan of Paul Murphy, but he shared that video today. You know TD Paul Murphy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was on his Facebook page today. It's long, I won't say because my daughter is in the...
Yeah. I heard about that,
Did you hear?
Yeah.
Like, so like she talks about that man, like this lady helped him, and people around say that he like was kind of involved in. No, she says it wasn't the case.
They weren't listening. Now I understand it's hard. They're trying to work out when it's he said, she said.
Yeah, but
at the same time,
they exactly this video.
They didn't take the time to listen. Maybe there's some truth.
But this is the because lady who helped him.
Because she sounded authentic to me.
Yeah,
so that's where at the very least you listen and say, hang on there lads.
Yeah.
Maybe we've grabbed the wrong end of the stick. Because I appreciate how hard it is.
Yeah. But it's so unsafe now these days, like, and I don't know where politicians look, but definitely not into the right place.
So that is where it's good that we have YouTube now and there's just normal people. It's filming what they say because they
I want to start YouTube as well.
The state media just won't. They're afraid to cover these things because they're might be politically sensitive.
Yeah, it's
there's a channel I watch. He's based in Northern Ireland, but he covers the news down here as well. It's called No Risk, No Reward.
Yeah,
and he's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
because he's unbiased. It's unbiased.
Yeah, I watched him as well.
Yeah, he's absolutely fantastic, that man.
Okay, I better run because I parked exactly
Yeah, yeah,
what I told you
yeah,
is my
yeah.
daughter is in the car.
Oh, grand, yeah, yeah.
Back to way to
Yeah,
you.
thanks very
Make
much
that
for stopping
sign.
anyway.
Yeah,
Nice
what's
to
your
meet you.
name?
Irish Mart.
Irish Mark.
Yeah, Mark, but my
Mark.
channel is Irish
Okay.
Mart.
Yeah, and I'm Diana.
Oh, hi
Yeah.
Diana, yeah.
What is your YouTube channel?
It's Irish Mart.
Ah, Irish Mark.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I will check if I will
Check,
find
yeah,
you.
and give me a like and
Yeah,
follow and all
yeah,
that
but
jazz.
fair play.
Yeah, yeah,
Make that bigger and
yeah.
like.
Thanks very much for stopping and giving me the feedback.
Thanks.
Thanks
I
very
just
much.
wanted to read because I
Yeah,
saw children, I saw elder, and I fully agree with you because I also
yeah.
was completely against this place when I hear that it
That's
will
great
go.
because when I was coming out here today, I had a moment of panic and said, am I going to be making a complete and absolute idiot of myself? And then I thought, do you know what? I don't care if I'm making
Hey,
a complete fool and
you
I'm the
stand
laughing
for
stock.
good, and if you stand for the
It's,
justice in
yeah, but
society,
I'd only be doing something wrong if I was doing nothing at all.
yeah,
So you
yeah,
have to
and
be
it's a
prepared to do.
peaceful
You
protest.
have to be prepared to take that risk. And
Yeah.
it's obvious, like it is. Like I'm high vis. I'm obviously not going to all of a sudden fucking jump
Yeah,
over
I
and
find
barge
it
through the
it's
doors.
so difficult to
But
protect
do you
peace
think
as
it's
well.
so odd that there is no front entrance here to walk in off the street? You have to go all the way
Yeah.
and then down, and it's like, oh,
Did
they're not
someone come
welcome
out
then.
to you, no?
They just came out the front and clicky taking the pictures. Because they have a scrapbook where they put all what they call suppressive people in.
Yeah, sorry, my
Yeah,
husband is
yeah.
calling. I
No
had to
worries.
be back around an hour ago.
Okay. Thanks very much for stopping and
See you,
talking.
back play
Thank
to
you.
you, and good luck.
So I don't know if you could hear any of that. A nice lady there stopped. Had a lovely conversation with her. Oh, hi 420. Didn't see you sliding on in there. So I just had a lovely conversation there with a lady originally from Latvia. I living here for the past 15 years. She was passing by in her car with her daughter and pulled in to come over to have a wee chat. And she gave some excellent feedback that she did say that I should make my sign bigger so that it would be more legible to people passing by in the cars. So that is something I'll be having a look at next time, is making it twice the size it is now. So just for anyone new that has joined, this is the front of the sign, and that there is the back of the sign. So the sign itself has held up well. I wasn't sure how solid my plastic flagpole would be, but it's holding up well, so I am considering making the signs using 2 sheets of paper sellotape together to make the writing twice the size, which should make it more legible. And I think it'll be stable enough, I think, with the... Well, I could even use 2 flagpoles on it maybe. Would that make it too hard to carry? Anyways, something to think about anyways. Yeah, if they had popped out 420, I would be more than happy to have given them a few autographs for the scrapbook. More than happy to. All I would have asked would be for maybe any chance of a cup of tea and a chocolate hobnob or two. Do you know what I mean? My fee is very low. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Joe. You're working very hard today. And I have to say, No Risks, No Reward Media is one of the best YouTube channels I've come across in a long time. His reporting of the actual facts and news is unbiased and the most fairly balanced I've seen in a long time. The official news stations and RT News are absolutely rubbish. The amount of real news they're suppressing is just beyond a joke. I guess that's the world we live in today. There's a lot of things are censored because it mightn't be palatable to the politicians or whatnot. I think I might have a recommended sip. I'm slightly hoarse now after talking to that lovely lady. Oh, I think I'm on 10% battery. Actually, my battery lasted pretty good there, so I'm proud of that now. interesting, 420. That is a valid point. I could ask for a copy of it under data protection, you're right. I don't particularly want to give them my name and address though. So I could give them a fake name and address. And it's still looking pretty dead. Only a few staff members about. We have a handful. We got 5 cars in the front car park there. And in the back one we have, well, it was 1, 2, 4 cars, no 5 cars and 2 little minivans. That shows you the amount of people even they have working in there. So they're not exactly expected a rush today. Oh Joe, I don't know about that now. I think that sounds rather like cannibalism, to be eating a couple of bananas. I'll have to think about that one. Sounds a bit risky. You could be chewing on your cousin there. Oh, it's been such a lovely afternoon here. Absolutely fantastic. Oh yes, for sure. Fastest growing religion, that's for sure. Nothing like a cult and their propaganda to try and delude the masses. Although they don't have masses anymore to be deluding. The numbers are rapidly diminishing. Oh, you having French toast from a baguette. Nice, nice Cathy. Very nice. It's nearly 5 o'clock, that explains why I'm starting to get hungry. I did have a sandwich earlier on my way here. Well, I had a 6-inch sub with roast chicken and spicy cheese in it. And a few token bits of that salady stuff that they insist on putting in it for your vitamins and minerals and whatnot. But I am starting to get hungry and I do fancy a fish and chips. Could swing by the fish and chipper on my way in, back into town. I reckon I must have earned a beer or two as well to wash it down with. So I think I'm going to end the live here, lads, before my battery is about to die. So I just want to thank you all for joining me today and for your support. And so take care, everyone. Let me see, can I work out how to